Homeschooling 101. Today's topic is the joy of books. I cannot tell you how many fun memories I have when we as a family receive our box of the next year school's curriculum, and we will open it with excitement, and we will get to see how the next math book look like, and we will get to see the topics that we will be covering in science, and we will go through each of the books that we will be reading for social sciences, and what the handwriting book was. And it was just a wonderful experience to see all of us being excited and looking forward to getting to use them and enjoy them. We really were very intentional in conveying that joy that allow for our kids to get to be the lifelong learners that they have become. And I believe a lot of it comes from having that joy for books, either because they were science oriented or math or literature. Um, it has been very much part of our journey as a family in our homeschooling years and beyond. Growing up, one of the things that they experienced was my husband reading to us after dinner. We went through several series and several individual books. Sometimes the series were read several times, and we just came to love the books and almost have a friendship with them, the stories. There are things that they can still quote by memory in some of the books that we read as a family, and definitely some of the books that they read individually. During the day, I got to read to them for social studies, a lot of historical fiction, which worked well for the different age groups that we had at home and the stories that were available to us. One of the resources that was very useful to me to figure out what books were age appropriate and what books I could combine for the four of them was a book written by Gladys Hunt, and it's called The Honey for a Child's Heart. A big part of the journey is for you to interact with your kids about what you all are reading together or they are reading on their own, and ask the questions. Ask questions of what is the story about? Why do you think they gave the book that title? How do you like the characters that you've read about so far? Does anybody you know remind you of the characters? If you had a choice, will the story end up different? What would you change from the story? What was the plot? Do you think the problem was resolved at the end of the story? All the many different questions that you can think of that are age appropriate with your children, just interact with them in the through the reading and at the end of the reading, that it will make sense to bring the story alive, for it to have a better chance of making sense in their comprehension. So my husband read to us all, I read to the kids, and the kids read on their own. And they continue to have a love and a joy for books up till this day.